Now, once your time management is fixed, what else? Your reading speed is also important. You have to improve your reading speed, learners. Now, again, this is a scientifically proven bit that I'm sharing with you. You see the newspapers also, they are printed in those columns, right? It's not printed from left to right. There's a reason, because human brain, when it processes, so our eyes can lay focus on a particular set of words, okay, and that's what it reflects to our brain, and that's what our brain processes. So you also, this is called reading in chunks, learners. This is something that will be of great help. Like I'm saying, that is scientifically proven also. You should read in chunks. If you try to read in one go a lot of things together, your brain cannot function it thoroughly. Read in chunks. Try to take some part of the sentence, then next part of the sentence. So take 5 to 6 words together and start reading in chunks. That will help you understand the text better, and also you will feel confident. Okay, it will enhance your reading speed also, because you don't have to go back and over to check what was there, or to again read and understand, oh, I forgot what I just read. So this is how it's going to help you enhance your reading speed. Both the things: one, your confidence, and two, your reading speed. And that's what we need in IELTS reading. When we are talking of this, there's a lot of the passages given to us. They are not really short, right? And you have to, sometimes you have to skim, sometimes you have to scan, but you cannot read everything. And it's not important to read everything that's given in the passage. We all know this is another mistake that people commit. People tend to read the passage first, entire passage. You should never do that. You should never do that. Go with the questions first and passage later on. Okay. So to just summarize this first part of the session today, the step by step guidance for you to enhance your reading score quickly, to fix it immediately. First one was take a test, full reading test with no timer. Okay. Once you are done with it, second step is analyze the test set that you've taken. See which question types were good for you, which question types you suffered with. Work on the question types that you got negative scores on or were wrong for you. Fix them when you're practicing them. If even if you're practicing 2 3 sets, still mistake, you are not fetching scores on it, you have to verify, you have to check whether the approach that you are applying, is it fine, whether the keywords you're using, are they correct, is it the place, that the wrong place where you're locating the for the information. You have to look for all these things. Once you fix that, your next step is that you take full test again, but now is the time that you fix your time management. So you are going to do with a timer. Okay. Is everyone with me here on all these steps that I've just shared? Is it clear to all of us? Just give me a thumbs up. Yes, no. All good to go with these steps? And also, I said after time management, a time can be managed only with speed reading, right? Great, Ram. Thank you for the response. Great. So, speed reading, I just now told you, read in chunks. Okay, that's again important. And for time management, what's the thumb rule I gave you, all of you? What's the thumb rule? How many minutes on each passage? 3 sections are there. So, how many minutes? Yes, come on. 15, 20, and 25. That's the thumb rule. 15 minutes on first, second passage 20 minutes, third passage 25 minutes. Okay, that's how you're going to go. Now, learners, there are different factors. There are different reasons. Yes, Ram, wonderful. So you're right there, all attentive. Great, great. Ram, when do you plan to take your test, IELTS test? Learners, see, those who are planning to take very close 16, oh, that's really close. So keep these pointers. And now the tips that I'm coming with, okay, they are the things that you need to keep in mind, because of which you can reduce your score. So don't do that. Okay, so first thing is, I have already shared, I'm not going to stress much on it, time management. If you do not manage your time well, your score will go down. So you have to manage your time well. We've already discussed it in the session. Second thing, learners, is that you're trying to read everything from in the passage. If you tend to read everything that's given to you, again, you will fall short of time. You will waste your time unnecessarily, and it's not at all needed. Okay, so please keep in mind, learners, that you do not have to read everything. Third thing, why you reduce your scores, why what this is another reason why your score goes down. People tend to ignore the directions that are given on the top, or they read the questions casually. If you do that, if you're not focusing on the instructions given, on the directions and the questions given to you, if you're doing that, again, it's a major mistake. Why? Because it's for every question type, how to answer it, it's written answer using one word only, or answer using no more than two words, one word and a number. And if in case by any chance, instead of one word you've used two words, or you've used a number but the directions don't allow you to use it, you will again fetch a zero. So your score is bound to go down, right? So that's another bit that probably will let your score go down. Next point is, if in case you are leaving answers blank. Learners, reading is a section where you do not have any negative marking, so do not leave any questions unanswered. Answer every question. Yes, if you get stuck on a particular thing, do not waste your time there. Let it be. Move on. Use move on technique. Move on. Later on, you can come back when you have some time left. You can come and fix the answers. You can locate the answer at that time. But first, answer all of them. And I have also seen learners doing this. They do not see, for reading, you will never have extra time to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. People end up writing it towards the end, and time is gone. The examiner takes the sheet and cancels the part that you've added at the end. You will lose your points. You've already solved those questions, you've answered it, but still you couldn't just write it in the answer sheet. That's your mistake. After every set of question that you've answered, if you're taking paper based test, this is for them. If you're taking paper based test, then you have to, let's say you're done with one MCQ set, quickly transfer your answers to the answer sheet, otherwise you will again fall short of time. That's the mistake if you come. And if in your answer sheet, whether you go with computer delivered test or paper based test, if in your answer sheet you are giving two answers, that will be, okay, again a problem. One answer, don't give an option to the examiner, please. Okay, do not. Ganesh says, what advice you have for a person who's struggling to write? Writing. We have Ganesh. I guess you were there in the writing webinar also. So writing, we've done a lot of sessions on writing also. But if you're struggling with writing, I would suggest you to write it in pieces. Start with just intro paragraph, then body, slowly and gradually go forward. Okay, don't write entire writing in one go. Start with paragraphs. First fix one paragraph, then second, like this, go step by step. We've discussed it in the writing sessions, Ganesh. Just go through the other videos on the channel. You will definitely get help. Okay, and if your handwriting is not that well, then please go with computer delivered test instead of going with paper based test. Okay, one last bit here that I want to convey and highlight to all of you learners is that when you transfer your answers, the spellings go wrong. The spellings, you commit spelling mistakes in your answer sheet. Okay, so that is also something that makes your score go down. So if you have to enhance your score, if you have to completely uphold it, then you have to ensure that when you transfer your answers, you do it properly without a chance, or without that mode of error, any chance of error. Okay, so these things have to be right there and should be worked upon. So, from my end, the step by step guidance that I wanted to share with you today to enhance your reading score, and that to quickly fix it immediately, I've shared those steps with you. Please follow those steps, they're going to help you immensely. Like I told you, there are two key secrets that I share in the session today. Ensure that you abide by them. Okay, I hope the session was helpful for you. Okay, and it worked well, we did well, and that's how it's supposed to go. Any questions from your end, learners? Anyone who has any questions, wants to know anything? Ram, diagram section. Diagram, are you talking of writing? Because diagram labeling is there in your listening also, but diagram explanation is in writing also. So if I talk of diagram writing, if you're asking me, you have to understand how to read. It's a process diagram. You can easily read it depending on the steps given to you. Okay. When you give your body paragraphs, also divided on based on the number of stages or steps given to you. If there are 6 stages or steps, then 3 steps you should explain in body paragraph 1, 3 steps in body paragraph 2. Okay, then your intro is simply just to paraphrase your question statement, the prompt given to you. Okay, and your overview, that's your second paragraph, that will also come. And Ram, in your diagram section in the overview, 3 things you should include: total number of stages, first and last stage, that is initial and the end, and third thing, any major equipment or that any specific technique used in the process, that also you can highlight in your overview. Okay, Ram, so 4 paragraphs: intro, overview, body para 1, body para 2. For writing, please go to the other writing videos, they're there, they'll help you a lot again. Anything else you need my help with? Any other question around reading? Let's talk about reading. You're welcome, Ram. You're welcome. Great. So wait for other sessions to come in for you for writing, for speaking more. So for reading, ensure do share it with your friends. Let them know these steps that I've shared with you, so that they can also enhance their reading scores. They can fix it immediately. And if you need any other further help, let us know in the comment sections. Have a great evening, everyone, and have a great week ahead. Thank you very much for joining in. Thank you, everyone.